Going live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session about summer schools at Masaryk University Language Centre in Brno, Czech Republic. This is a webinar, so we are live streaming. It's not possible to, actively communicate with the people that you are going to see, but we have multiple options how to respond to your questions. If you have any, you will see some of the options during the presentation, but also I will post these options to the YouTube chat. And we have two options how to answer all your questions. I'm going to post it right now, and it's going to be possible through YouTube chat or through our prepared Mentimeter. So I'm posting all the information there, and then we're going to start right after. Okay, I'm posting some of the options there. We also have social media accounts that you can follow. It's at CJV MU. And we have a website that's posted there. Hopefully all the links work. I can repeat all this during the presentation, and my colleagues will join me. Hello again. My name is Hannah, and I will be presenting the, let's say, first part, the administrative part of this presentation, and then our lovely academic coordinators will follow. I have here also a support team of another Hannah, and she is the main project coordinator, the head of our department, and you will definitely see her here in Brno. My position here is the public relations and marketing officer. So if you come to our staff mobility training, you will see me around, probably asking you questions and taking pictures as well. Here you can see Katerina, Merve, and Belinda, who are the academic coordinators that are responsible for the content, for the actual content of our summer schools. So they are preparing your, everyday activities during the week in Brno. Okay. Let's start with a simple presentation, very short one about Masaryk University and about our language center. As you can see on the slide, we are a big, robust institution. We have long tradition, but it doesn't mean that the historic buildings also mean a historic way of teaching. We are very modern, very practical. We have very practical approach towards teaching, and you can also see at the next slide about something about our language center, which means definitely when it comes to the modern ways of teaching, we are actually receivers of 3 European language awards called Label, which are focused on innovative teaching. So we are very proud of this, and we are actively collaborating with lots of institutions in Czech and in world context on lots of projects. So there are possibilities of teaching trainings, staff trainings, and so on. When it comes to what are we focused on, also, it's not only teaching languages, but it's also research, it's also methodology, and we are doing this all in our beautiful Brno, in the traditional, very old, historic, very nice buildings, but also all around the city, we have new, modern, campuses. Brno, we love our city, is the second biggest city in Czech Republic. And everything is walkable distance, so it's very pleasant for your 1 week stay with us, and it's very safe. And when it comes to maybe something that you would like to see here when it comes to your leisure time activities or your food options, it's also very progressive. And from each year, we are higher on the European rankings. So this was a very short introduction of our ways, our institution, our university, and our language center. Of course, if you have any questions about this, we can answer something at the end of the presentation. But you are here first and foremost for the options on our summer schools. We call them summer schools, but also you can know them as the trainings. If you apply for staff mobility training, this all applies to our summer schools. So don't worry, we will call it summer schools, but that's all you know from your institutions as well. We will present 4 summer schools here. First, you will hear about creativity in teaching, then about our professional English bootcamp. Then you will hear about English for academic staff. And last but not least is English mediated instruction. Right now, I would invite here Katerina, who will tell you something about the first 2 options of our summer schools.
Thank you, Hanka. So I will take over. Welcome everyone to our webinar again. And I would like to present first the Creativity in Teaching Summer School, which will be taking place from the 8th to the 12th of July this year. And basically, this summer school is intended for academic staff, for teachers at university, but not only university. I wouldn't limit that to that, let's say, area. What you can expect basically is practical sessions full of inspiration and developing your creativity. There will be sessions such as creative icebreakers, developing ideas creatively, critical thinking, and how to develop it in students in a creative way again, how to give feedback, how to cope with challenging situations. And also we will be focusing in a few sessions on technology in teaching and their creative use. And we can't forget about AI in teaching. As you can see in the slide, you can expect networking and community. And I can speak from experience that it's wonderful that people with the same focus and with the same interest meet in this summer school, and they are able to share their expertise, the best practices, and enrich each other. Also, I included in this slide a unique academic setting. As Hanka mentioned, Brno is a fantastic place to be, and you will have a chance to get to know it a little bit more in a creative way again, because we have also prepared for you a Brno treasure hunt. So that's another thing to be looking forward to. What you will take away upon spending 5 days with us, with our language center, basically we are aiming at practicality and being able to transfer the skills that you acquire here. So practical skills and strategies. Hopefully you will be able to engage students a little bit more in your classes. You will definitely take away, I dare say, friendship, a network of colleagues that you can relate to. And obviously, upon successful completion, which requires attendance of the seminars, you will get a certificate of completion. Another summer school that I would like to speak about is a summer school that we are going to organize for the first time this year, and it's called Professional English Bootcamp. You might be surprised by the name of it because boot camp has a military connotation, but basically what we were aiming at when designing this summer school was intense, immersive experience with English language. And this summer school is intended for people who are not that confident at using English, and they want to really improve and boost their practical skills. A very, I would say, cool thing about this school is that we are opening two groups on two levels. So even if your English is not that good and you're on A2, B1 level, you can participate and we will take care of it. The other group is on B2 level. We will be talking about soft skills, so it's not going to be language only, but the practical skills as well. You will be learning by doing. So what you can expect is basically a lot of practical activities and obviously networking as well. What you will take away is not only the experience, but also a lot of practical skills connected to professional small talk, written communication, meetings, argumentation and negotiations, and also presentation skills that are so important nowadays. We will also learn how to give feedback and how to receive it, and what kind of language to use when doing so. Our aim is to equip you with a, I would say, toolkit that you can take away, and you will basically get a stock of vocabulary and practical phrases that you can use in future. And we will also try to teach you how to learn and how to build on this knowledge that you will acquire here. So again, as Hanka said, if you have any questions concerning these two not language schools, but summer schools, feel free to ask in the YouTube chat or in Mentimeter. And now over to my colleague, Merve, that will tell you something about the summer school, English for academic staff.
Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Merve from Masaryk University. On the third week of almost a month-long summer courses, we'll have our English for academic staff for summer school. And so what we have in it, first of all, on the next slide, you'll see if you are working at a university, at a higher education institution, as an academic, as a tech person, or as an admin, and you speak English, you use English on a daily basis to communicate, either written or orally, then this course is for you. So what is cooking? What we're doing, what we're going to do is to offer you a series of dynamic seminar covering your soft skills, language skills, as well as your communicative strategies. So as we move on, you'll see like what the overall coverage of this course will be is about vocabulary and grammar skills. So we will also help you to be cool in using the like formal form of English in spoken and written forms. And also we will work on your critical and creative thinking skills, as well as providing you with constant feedback. And all of these are going to be given in an intercultural communicative setting. So by the end of this course, as you see, you will have refreshed and boosted your English competency and proficiency, and you will renew your skills and add up onto them. So on our daily dose, you will have a lot of seminars, hands-on workshops, a lot of communicative activities every day with a group of others who have the same interests as you. So if you want to make the magic happen, please join us for this summer school. And here I've also included a sample activity that you can see if you come and join this summer school. So this is a scenario where which takes place at a university faculty meeting. And so this is kind of a role play activity. So the characters are professors and some international students, office staff, and also financial office staff. So they have different roles, and the challenge is given. So it's all on the players now. So they just think about it, and of course they will be supported with some language that is useful in such a context, and then they just play their roles in the activity. So as the next course, again on the same week, Belinda will be giving you details on English mediated instruction.
Lovely. Welcome to English Mediated Instruction Summer School. So have you ever wanted to teach your course, as in your academic subject, in English? Well, but you think your English is maybe a little bit shaky, or you're wondering about what the international students will expect from your course. Well, EMI Summer School is the one for you. What is EMI? It stands for, as you saw previously, English Mediated Instruction, which is the use of English to teach your academic subject. So it's not teaching the English language itself, it's teaching your already the knowledge base you already have. You can see the dates over there. What we'll do is discuss, I've said Erasmus students, but international students. We'll discuss the international students' expectations, what they're looking for when they're in the seminars or in the lectures. We're, of course, going to get some great creative ideas for lesson planning. We're also going to talk about the use of technology and active learning in the classroom, and being international, possibly an international group, intercultural communication strategies and approaches, including some problems. What you might be looking for is cultural knowledge about the international students. They're coming with a culture that could be very different from yours. We'll discuss quite a few case studies and problems that might arise, and a little bit of knowledge of some international cultures around the world. We will be brushing up your teaching skills in English. We'll be talking about the teaching skills in English and communication skills, education-related English. So it will also work on your own English and talking about your own seminars and lectures. And we will be learning about technology, including some of the more recent ones with AI, teaching methods, active learning, classroom management, and so much more. So I have an example here of a networking introduction. Feel free to take a screenshot of this, because this is a really cool way to introduce yourself. By networking, I mean for yourself. Perhaps you're attending a conference internationally yourself, and this is a really interesting way to introduce yourself. And it's there as an example also that we don't only focus on the international students and the international students' needs. We are also focusing on you and your needs for going international to attend conferences, for example. I have one other example, which is some of the case studies that I mentioned previously. We look at a lot of different cases, especially like if it's about culture, giving you some ideas about the expectations that students might come with, or the challenges that they have when integrating into your university. So welcome to join us and with the EMI Summer School. We have a lot of fun, and of course a lot of networking with all of the international people that come along. Oh, and now I will hand back to Hannah, who will talk about how to register.
Thank you very, very much to all three of us, of our academic coordinators. You will hear more of from them and see them when you come to Brno, Czech Republic for our summer schools. And here's a quick way how to register if you haven't known before. It's all online. You don't have to send us any particular, paper registration. We have an application form which is on our website. So if you click the link CJV, which is our abbreviation of our actual name of our language center, cjv.muni.cz, then /en, which is our English web page. There you can find the section on summer schools. I've posted the link for this to the chat option on YouTube. It's also in the description of the actual YouTube stream. So it's going to stay there saved. So you can fill in the application by the 9th of June. And then if you have any documents that you need to sign, invitation letters or your Erasmus Plus documents, we will take care of this also virtually. So send it through our application or send it by email to summerschools@cjv.muni.cz. And then you're just gonna wait for our lovely administrative support who's gonna get in touch with you, and they're gonna send you information packages by 1st of July with all the necessary information and with the program of your chosen summer schools. So now we are opening the floor for your questions. So let's get to know each other through the chat options, through Mentimeter, through YouTube. You can send us the questions through here, or also if you come up with something later, we also have our email or our social media. So send us email through summerschools@cjv.muni.cz, or you can send us questions also on Instagram, Facebook, or X, formerly known as Twitter. And it's @CJVMU. We'll be in touch definitely for sure. So now we're gonna wait for our questions, and I'm gonna ask our coordinators to support you as well. We have some lovely greetings from Iraq, from Kurdistan, and from Turkey. So thank you very much for that. And I can check Mentimeter for any questions, and my colleagues will also be checking YouTube. So if there's any answer my colleagues already have prepared, just, you can start.
So I will take over because there is a question on YouTube actually about the date of application forms, whether 9th of June applies to all 4 summer schools. So I would probably ask Hannah if, Hani, can you tell us?
Yes, I think that, I know that the deadline is the same. Of course, our summer schools start at different terms, but we've put this deadline together so it's easier for you to know and to see and to remember. So 9th of June. But if you have, any questions or some delays with maybe your staff mobility training application at your own university, just inform us before so we can, and our team, we can deal with it. Don't worry. I'm going to also check any questions on Mentimeter, but if there's anything from my colleagues that they would like to share more, I'm opening the floor, of course, for them as well.
So there is another question on YouTube, and it's about sharing the presentation so that they can actually disseminate with the colleagues. And I think I can answer that straight away. The stream will stay on YouTube, so you can even share the whole video with the presentation.
We're definitely gonna stay here with our team for 5 maybe more minutes. It's up to you if you have any additional questions. We will definitely stay here and wait for you to communicate with us through the streaming option, through the YouTube chat, and through a Mentimeter. If any of the options don't work, don't worry, we will be connected through email, through the social media. So we will get back to you as soon as possible. I would like to also say that if you see any of the summer schools that you're interested in, and you would like to, share it with your colleagues, and a bigger group of colleagues would like to come to Masaryk University Language Centre, we can also do more groups of the same summer school. So we will sort you according to the level of your English. We have this option already in the application form. You will take a very simple online placement test and or the test for the level of your language, and then we will mix the groups, and we can manage to do more groups of the same seminar, but we need to know this upfront. So get back to us if you have more colleagues that would like to join us from the same institutions, for sure. And
we have another question, not really related to summer schools, but there's a question from Zafia, who was in Brno last year, actually. And she's asking about our offer of online courses. So do we have any online courses to offer?
Right now, I think we do not have online courses. When it comes to the staff mobility trainings, we don't have these courses. There are definitely options for the future, when it comes to project cooperation, for example, to do some virtual mobilities and so on. But that would be new options, not something that we already have on our website that you can actively participate in this year. So far for the staff mobility trainings, there are no online options, I'm afraid.
There's another question, and it's about the limit, whether there's a limit of participants for these courses. So are we limited by the number of participants, or will everybody be granted a place in these summer schools?
When it comes to the limit of the summer schools, if anything goes over, the capacity of our rooms, for example, then we will definitely communicate on our website already that the capacity is full. But so far, we are happy to invite you in. We're happy to even accommodate bigger groups. So don't worry about this. I think the last year's groups were, I think, up to 12 people, Katka. Yes, 12 or 15, 12. So we're trying to limit it so everyone can actually participate and actively communicate, to multiple group meetings or activities. So you're not overwhelmed in a huge, room full of people as you can be at a conference. So we are limiting it per group, but as I said, if we have more participants that we anticipated, we can do more groups at this in the same term. So so far, we will, we are happy to invite all the candidates. Or yeah.
And we're receiving words of praise from our participant from last year that it was, this participant was in Brno and she loved it. So thank you. We loved it too. And I just want to confirm what Hanka said before. 2 years ago, there were several groups open because there were a lot of participants. So we are definitely happy to open more groups when there is the capacity.
I would like to also just quickly jump in at the end of this summer schools webinar from Masaryk University Language Centre. We are trying to think of a new way how to present the summer schools, but also the atmosphere and the surroundings of Brno. So we are thinking about creating a new webinar also focused on Brno, on the city, on what to do here, how to get here, for example, where you can find accommodation, what's the easiest way, to get around, and so on. So when this is prepared, we will definitely, email you if we don't have your emails or your colleagues' emails, for example. You can send us a reminder or an email to summerschools@cjv.muni.cz. I will repeat this email on our into the YouTube chat, and we will get back to you with the date for this webinar. We have lots of options for this. We also have we've created this virtual place that you can find all this information. So we will share it during the next months before the actual summer schools. All right. I think that's it from our team. I would like to thank you again to Katerina, to Belinda, to Merve, and to our support, the other Hannah from our team, who you didn't see, but she has prepared this webinar as well. As I said, this webinar will stay on YouTube. So if you want to share it with your colleagues or with other partner institutions, you can. We can also email it to you, or we can answer all questions by the email that I've sent into the YouTube chat and you can see on the screen. So thank you very much for joining us and hopefully see you in Brno during the summer. Bye.